Now, you mentioned earlier that about 80% of your investors are docs. What do you see as the advantages and disadvantages of most of a new investor's fellow investors being physicians?
Way back in the beginning when we started the company and we started working with investors, sort of people thought like, "Oh, you're only going to take physicians." Well, my husband's not a physician, and so that would have been, kind of awkward if we were like, "Well, you and your friends, you can't invest in our funds." So we've always been a company that takes investments from any accredited investors. It is important to note that all of our funds are 506c investments, which means someone does need to be an accredited investor. And it just so happens to be that kind of the ecosystems that we're in, the places where we are, there's a lot of physicians in those places. And so a large majority of our investors are physicians. Many are not, about 20-25% are not. But I think physicians, I think they appreciate our values. I think they appreciate how we put investors first. I think they appreciate how we took kind of the values of the Mayo Clinic and incorporated that into our private equity fund. I think they understand the Mayo Clinic and the expansion. Even if they've never been to Rochester, they can take a quick look at the Bold Forward Unbound initiative and understand the growth that's happening in Rochester. So lots of different reasons why our investors are principally physicians, and it's a community I enjoy serving. Outside of Black Swan Real Estate, I have a large coaching program that's women physicians that's really just like the highlight of my life to be with them each week doing our coaching calls and those sorts of things. I think physicians it's just a really beautiful community of people that have big hearts, that believe in serving others, that have often had long periods of delayed gratification. And there's kind of this drumbeat in medicine sometimes that like physicians aren't financially savvy or physicians can't figure it out. And I think it's great what you've done over the last decade plus, financially educating and empowering physicians and saying, yes, you can figure these things out. This is not as hard as medicine. This is not saving someone's life. This is learning some basic financial principles and then building wealth for you and your family.
The hosts of The White Coat Investor are not licensed accountants, attorneys, or financial advisors. This podcast is for your entertainment and information only. It should not be considered professional or personalized financial advice. You should consult the appropriate professional for specific advice relating to your situation.